Jesus Christ. All right, y'all. Okay. Things have been fixed, I believe.
Yes.
My nose is now not full. And the mic is fixed. We good?
Yes.
We good. Y'all, we're struggling up in here.
Yes, girl.
We were just struggling. Anyway, going back to the topic of the week, the permanent decisions. The new love really baffles me. It truly does. Not only is it like, these are permanent decisions, I don't understand why, at this point, they're sharing, like, each other, girlfriends and boyfriends, like, and the best friends. Like, they're sharing each other. Like, I went to the club again, New Year's, and I went to sit down because I was over dancing. I don't like being in the clubs. I feel like I'm too old. So I'm, like, there, and then this one girl is pulling this guy, and I'm thinking, well, she's not pulling him. They're holding hands, and they're coming to sit down. And I'm like, oh, they're together. That's cute. And then another girl comes, and she sits down, and he starts rubbing her feet because her feet hurt. And I'm like, is it a throuple? Are they all together? I really didn't know. And, like, the one girl that was holding his hand is, like, hovering over him, over his shoulder, leaning, and then he's rubbing the other girl's feet. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Are y'all friends?
Yeah.
Like, are y'all together? And that's the thing. Like, when we're talking about permanent decisions, are we not thinking about these things last forever? Like, what you're doing, the tattoos. You, like we said, you can't cover up nobody's face. What the fuck are you gonna? How you gonna make that? How you gonna cover that?
It's like a scribble scrabble. Trying
like,
to cover that
somebody's face. How? These decisions are permanent. Like, the people you're choosing to be with, the children you're having by them because you think it's going to lock them down. And what are they calling it? I'm trying to trap him. I don't understand that. You're having a child with this man because you think that's going to trap him? And you want to keep him around forever? Okay. This next point is the one that I truly don't understand why people need this, and they do it all the time. Why does the internet... Why do you need the internet to validate your relationship or validate your love? Because how I feel is there's so many people who, first off, I hate the fucking hashtag relationship goals. I hate the hashtag. It's so stupid because it's not realistic. And then somebody gets into a relationship and they go to the internet and they go to Instagram. And it's like, I got my bae and all of this stuff. Now y'all are up there. Why do you need the internet to validate your love? Because if you don't show the internet, then it's like nobody believes you. And if you don't show the internet, then your love is not real. It's like, and that kind of has me like to pose a question, do you know how to be with this person? Do you want to be with this person? If the internet is not involved, like, what do y'all have in common?
That's just our new day age of social media. Everybody's posting. Well, it's just what it is. Like, when you see all these celebrities like Jay-Z and Beyonce posting their relationship, and you see the Jadas and the Wills posting about theirs, I think young people, they see that and they want the same. Like, oh, I want to post my relationship, and then it becomes a thing where, like, if you don't post your relationship, you're either not in a relationship or you're not official enough, or all these, like, again, it goes back to insecurity. You know what I mean? Like, because if you were secure in your relationship, you wouldn't necessarily have to broadcast it. I used to feel some type of way when I was younger, like when I was in a relationship and somebody didn't post me. Oh, I would definitely feel away. Like, oh, you ain't posting on your page? Oh, bet. But now that I'm older, like I just turned 26, so I feel like I prefer to keep my business so private because I don't want people in my business. You don't even need to know who I'm with. You don't need to know if I'm in a relationship unless I choose to put that out there. But it's my choice. It's not something I feel obligated to do. So
I think I've always been like an old lady has been stuck in my body because I've just always been like that. I don't need you to post me and all this stuff. I'm pretty sure I've been naive though at a lot of times in my life. It's like, oh, you don't have to post me and then find out, oh, that's because you got another girlfriend.
Yeah.
But my thing is, it's not gonna be a big thing. I'm not gonna, go take to the internet and be like, oh, he cheating on me with this other girl. And it's just like, okay, well, if that's what you chose to do, then happy life. And I'm done and I'm out. And I don't know. That's me. I feel like an actual old lady, like you hear your grandmas talking about. I don't understand these new relationships these days, and that's me because I truly don't understand. But I get it that this is the day and age that we live in. Things change, and I understand that. But I feel like a lot of people now, especially like the younger people, need for their love to be validated by other people that they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you've never met this person, you've never met these people, and yet you look to them to approve your relationship
because they don't feel approval within themselves. You know what I mean?
And that's my thing. It's like you have to know. You know this about yourself. You just refuse to come to terms with it. So you're gonna just kind of dance around the fact that you're insecure and you don't love yourself, and you're gonna continue to jump from one relationship to another in hopes that, oh, this will just fix everything. It's like, do the work on yourself first, and then you can go out and post our relationship goals, because at least we'll know, oh, this is real. Mm-hmm. Because, all right, she did the work, he did the work on him or herself. It just kind of confuses me. That's the gist of the topic of the week. That's just something that's really interesting to me, what people are willing to do for the name of love, or mm-hmm. what people are willing to do for love. Mm-hmm. I feel like I have not been that person per se, because I've always been like ahead of stuff. If I felt like, oh, he's using me, he's manipulating me, that's the end of this. Because mm-hmm. I just don't stand for that. Mm-hmm. I'm not a dramatic person. I don't do drama. Every relationship that I'll get into, the first thing I tell the guys, like, I don't do drama whatsoever. Don't bring it into my life at all. And if you don't know what that means, then we don't need to be together. Mm-hmm. But I see that some people thrive off of it. That's how they live their lives. Okay. Y'all, that's it for topic of the week. It's a lot of interesting shit going on this week. I'll tell y'all that much. We're moving on, y'all. Audrey, I have a question to ask you. Mm-hmm. Can you... I'm going to hell. Uh-oh. It was only supposed to be one. Yes. Can you please stick your hand in my box?
That sounds really...
It sounds very sexual. We shouldn't be saying sexual shit.
Can I open it?
Yeah, these are the questions. Random questions. You guys choose 2 questions and answer. No. Not out of that one. Okay. Eric, stop cheating. Those are old questions.
Oh, okay. You should
pick another one?
Yeah. Pick 2 questions. Answer them honestly. I'm trying to put some new ones in the box.
All right. So... First one is, what have you surprisingly never tried?
Is that the old box?
I told you, I think that's the old box.
Oh, this is the old box. Stop cheating.
Put them back. Okay.
Yeah. That's why I left that one down there. Okay, y'all. Okay. We're going to get it right.
This is 1.
2 questions. I will answer some.
Okay.
We'll see.
So... who's one person that you thought you loved, but it was lust?
I think we all have that. We thought it was love, but it was just lust. It was like, I just really lust after you.
I don't know. I personally don't think I've been in lust with, or been confused about the lust. I know the difference very well. And so if I say that I truly love somebody, I mean it. So yeah, I've never been confused about that. That was question 1. Question 2. Have you ever slept with one of your friends' boyfriend? Absolutely not. I don't do that, and I don't get down like that. I know it is, but it certainly happened to me. It's happened to me, and when it happened to me, I befriended that girl real quick. But the funny thing now is that we're back friends. We're friends now. This happened a long time ago. I was like 21. When I found out that she slept with like my ex, and at the time I had already moved on. I was in a new relationship, so but I was still pissed because I'm like, girl, you knew who he was to me. You know what I mean? You still chose. She was trying to make all these excuses. I'm like, no, I don't get out like that. If any of my friends did that, they get cut off like that. But we are family friends, so both of our families are friends, and it just over time. You know, I grew to forgive her, so we're back cool.
Oh, child, no.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing That would be so odd to me. I actually thought about this randomly for some reason. I think when I had Doug on the show, if y'all listen to the first episode, I had my ex-boyfriend on the show. And that shit was a hot mess. But I just randomly thought about, I'm like, I wonder if any other girl that I know that I've been friends with has slept with him. And would he ever tell me? And I just wondered that. And I'm just like, I don't even know. So that's crazy. And if I find that out, I truly don't think that I could be cool again with the person. I'm pretty sure we can be cordial. But even though it's like we're not together, I don't know. It's just something about the essence of you knew our background and our history. You still chose to.
Let me break down what I say when I mean cool, or like we're best friends or cool. We're not like going out together, getting lunch, like calling each other
like it's
twice
like a cordial.
Like we're just cool. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like we can be around each other and I don't have no problem with her.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Like I don't got nothing against you.
No, it's not at all.
Yeah, that's for me. That's how I view. Like, I don't fuck with you. Like, you're a person that have nothing
but
against
that's
you.
someone that would do that. That doesn't mean I would allow them back into my space the same way.
Right.
Like bring you back around me, tell you things like we going out doing this and that. No, like now I know how you move. So now I'm gonna move differently.
That's my thing. I was like, that's the one thing I can't do. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stick my hand in my own box.
That's hilarious.
Every week, y'all. Every week. Let's see. I gotta really put like a whole list of new questions in here. I don't know if I've answered this. What's the craziest thing you've ever done for love? Shit. I don't love these hoes. That's the honest answer. Craziest thing I ever done for love. I truly don't know. I've only been in love with 2 people. I don't know. It hasn't been anything crazy. Like, I don't do over the top. If it's not like a funny or this is cute, you know, I'm not doing it. If it's some crazy shit, that's not love to me. I should not have to go outside of myself to prove that I love you. So it's nothing that I've really done. I know that's boring. Y'all are like, no, I mean, fuck this shit. You did something. I really have done nothing. What reason or lie did you use last to get out of going somewhere? Where's the last lie I told? Where did I not want to go? Whew, child. I just been lying to everybody this whole week. So
I'm weak. Do I get this back to you?
Yeah, okay. I've been lying to everybody the whole week. I didn't want to go anywhere.
Hilarious.
The last lie that I told? I don't know. I feel like I gotta go through my phone and my text messages. I don't have my phone right now. The last lie. Probably one of my friends wanted to come over to my house and chill, and it was like, "Where are you at?" And I'm like, "I'm not at home."
I just told someone to have to start saying that. Because every time I say I'm at home, they be like, "Okay, I'm outside."
Yeah, and I just
or
okay,
like, down the street.
Leave me the fuck alone. I think that was the last lie. A lot of people don't know. I live in the same building with my mom and my grandma, so people don't know that. They'll assume I don't. And one of my friends wanted to just come over and hang out, and I'm just like, I just saw your ass at least 3 times last week. And it was like, I'm with my mama. My mama lives upstairs. Leave me alone. I think that's the last lie I told. To get out of like going somewhere and hanging out. Yeah, that's it in my box. Let's get into some shout outs. Here's shout outs of the week. So the place I went to with my friend, shout out to Tonisha, who made me go outside even though I was sick as fuck, and then she made me sicker. You're a piece of shit. We went to some place called the Mansion in Stone Park. Didn't even know Stone Park existed. It's not too far from like Hillside.
No, it's not. Not a big area.
Yeah, it's really not. So we went there to this place called the Mansion, which is a new club. I guess that club is huge as hell. This is why I don't need to go to clubs. I go inside there and I was like, this is a safety hazard. So many people in here.
Wait, that's real though. That's real.
This is my life. I'm like, why? Who am I becoming? I literally, as soon as I stepped in there, first off, it took us like 40 minutes to get inside of the club because the system that they had was so fucked. Like the phone systems, we got the tickets on Eventbrite, and then their phone thing wasn't working where you just scan it. So then they started using a paper list, going and checking people off a paper list. And then I'm like, nigga, this line is wrapped around the corner. How are y'all doing this? And y'all have one person checking off names on this 30 sheets of paper. This is never going to work. It took us like 40 minutes to get inside the club. And then as soon as we got in there, I was like, this is not safe. It's a fire hazard. It was so many people in there, y'all. I was like, this is why I don't need to be in a club. Because the first thing I think about is a fire hazard, and I'm looking for the exit signs. And I found them. And that's why I kept dancing by the exit sign. Because I was like, if something go down, I'll be the first one out this motherfucker. I'm getting old, and I know that. Shout out to my friend Ashley for coming through and cooking tacos. Y'all, now I was sick, so I was like, I'm not cooking nothing. I was just going to eat soup for the whole day. And she came over and she made tacos for myself, my mom, my grandma, and my brother. I was like, girl, you better than me, because I'm not making them shit. Because they should be cooking for me. And those tacos was good. They were good.
I bet.
They were good as fuck.
Yes.
She did everything out. And she washed my dishes because I was going to curse her ass out if she didn't. Because Ashley's like one of the bougie black people. She has to put everything out and it needs to be in a bowl. So the cheese and the cilantro and the sour cream. I was like, girl, if you don't wash all this shit, like, just put the container out. We don't need a bowl.
Yeah.
But she placed everything nicely in a bowl and the lettuce and all of that stuff. And I was like, okay, you're better than me. But thanks for coming through and making tacos. And last shout out goes out to my friend James, who I've been sick for like almost 2 weeks now. This dude has come over consistently. He's like bought me groceries and a whole fucking pharmacy.
That's nice.
And just checked on me to make sure I wasn't dying in the house. I was like, I asked him to bring soup, and he came over with groceries. Like literally. He got soup, orange juice, fruit, chocolate, emergency packets. I have vitamins in my house. I have Advil, cold and flu. Theraflu is high as fuck. And yet he bought it. So shout out to James, because I actually like have come back to life because of that dude. Good friends, good people. I'm not shouting out my mama or my grandma. We live in the same building, and they ain't shit because they ain't even check on me.
I did.
You got some shout outs?
Shout out to my family and friends as usual. Shout out to my friend Taylor. She's the head chef at this really new dope spot called Bureau Bar, which is on UIC's campus, like right off of Maxwell Street. They have really, really good food. The vibe and the whole like setup and aura is beautiful. Like I like the decor. It's really, really nice in there. I definitely recommend you all check it out. But yeah, it's called Bureau Bar. It just opened up like a week ago.
Oh, I was like, how new is this? Okay.
It's brand new. They literally the other night just did complimentary food for the guests, and then you just buy your drinks.
Boom, I'm going there on Tuesday because I needed a spot to meet up with my friend.
Yep. Yeah.
And we're going to be in that area.
I'm telling you, you'll love it.
Okay, thanks for that.
No problem.
Any more shout outs?
That's all I got.
Okay.
Shout out to you guys.
Hey. Shout out to VIBEZ, the podcast. I don't have any more shout outs. I just want to say all the rest of my friends ain't shit because nobody checked on me. I was dying. My coworkers ain't shit, except for like 2. They did check on me. My family not shit. Sisters and brothers, y'all ain't shit. Okay, that's it. Ain't nobody shit. Moving on to therapy free. This week, I just want to. My advice for this week is simply this. I'm seeing this like more so like way too often that people are uncomfortable with being by themselves. There's like a discomfort, and I don't mean being by yourself permanently. People don't know who they are without being in relationships. So I truly just want to kind of put out there, I want people to learn how to be comfortable with themselves just by being with yourselves. If you need to take a break, if you need a month or 2, 6 months, whatever, learn how to be by yourself. Because in that space, that's where you learn to love yourself and you learn to love who you are when you're by yourself. And if you can learn to live with yourself by yourself, then you can be with anyone. You can be in a great relationship because you know who you are at all times. And as I just said before, I have like close family and friends that I'm very observant, so people think I'm just naturally quiet, but I'm always observing things. And I'm seeing that this is happening like way too often in my family. There's too many people who they are not comfortable with being by themselves. Because it's like a jump from one relationship to the next. Like you literally have been without a relationship for 2 weeks, and now you're in an entirely new relationship. And that's just kind of baffling to me that you're able to do that. So take some time to yourself and relax and get to know who you are and figure out what your flaws are and what makes you uncomfortable, what makes you comfortable, how you love yourself, and what makes you or puts you at peace. Like, learn these things about yourself. Get comfortable with yourself. Learn to be by yourself. So that's my advice for this week, and they're free. Y'all, that's the end of the show. We don't got shit else to talk about. Because if we sit here and we talk about Sylvester and his doings, this will take over the whole show. Make sure you go and follow Vibes Podcast on Twitter and Facebook. That's Vibes, VIBEZ, Vibes Podcast. On IG, it's ASKVIBEZ, Ask Vibes. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We're on all platforms: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Apple, we're not on SoundCloud, I lied, Podbean, all of it, Castbox, everywhere. We're on everything except for SoundCloud, because SoundCloud is trash for what they did to me. Tell your friends to tell their friends to listen to the podcast. If y'all have questions or anything you want to send into the show, you have topics of the week that you'd like to hear about or like us to talk about, then send me an email at askvibes@gmail.com. If you want to be on the show, same thing. That's it. I think I should have talked about.
Have to be social media?
Yes, because you are smart. Audrey, tell the people how they can follow you on social media.
Yes, you can follow me on all social media at Miss Audrey V. That's MSAUDREYVEE.
And while we're at it, I don't know why I always remember Eric, you're the real MVP. Do you have any upcoming projects you want to tell us about?
I'm working on some new music right now. I'm gonna drop a new single pretty soon. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay.
So new single coming soon. I have a couple shows coming up. One is on Saturday, January 12th with So Far Sounds. And of course the venue is exclusive, so you have to buy a ticket in order to receive the venue information. But for the 20th, which is the Sunday before MLK Day, I performed at Bureau Bar for my friend Yana Cello's benefit concert that she's having to support music education. So for that, if you want to come to Bureau Bar, get some good food, hear some good music, it's going to be really, really nice. And yeah.
I might have to join the 20th. We're not recording on that day, are we?
Not that I know of.
Okay,
I
great.
should come. I think it starts at 4 p.m., but I'll be sure to send you all the ticket link.
Please do, because I can
Yes.
come out, eat good food, and hear good music.
That's right. And get a drink or two.
Ooh, boom. I think I'll be drinking again by that time.
Right.
I think so.
Right.
Y'all can follow me if you care to on Facebook. No, that's not right. On Instagram and Twitter at Mimi the Actress. That's MEMETHEACTRESS. Follow me on those things. And then catch us next week with... I don't want to say his name. I'm sick of him. Yeah, catch us next week, Next episode, we have Ro Marsalis on the show. Y'all know him. Illinois artist, Chicago artist, producer. He's super talented. And next week, it's going to be one hell of a show. Because it is. Yeah, thanks to Audrey Valentine for being on the show. Catch Vibes next week. Make sure you're listening, downloading the episodes, and all that good stuff. I think we out. I ain't got shit else.
Thank you.
And I lied. And then make sure before y'all listen to Audrey's songs, Are You Down? It's going to be at the end of the show. It's right here. Listen right now. Here goes the song. It's right here. Boom.